Hello, my name is Ferry Hamer. It is May 2016 today, and I'm doing a recording of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, page 2. Let me start off with reading the passage that I chose. External heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No warmth could warm, no wintry weather could chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he, no falling snow was more intent upon its purpose, no pelting rain less open to entreaty. Foul weather didn't know where to have him. The heaviest rain and snow and hail and sleet could boast of the advantage over him in only one respect. They often came down handsomely, and Scrooge never did. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to say with gladsome looks, "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" No beggars implored him to bestow a trifle, no children asked him what it was o'clock, no man or woman ever once in all his life inquired the way to such and such a place of Scrooge. Even the blind man's dogs appeared to know him, and when they saw him coming on, would tug their owners into doorways and up courts, and then would wag their tails as though they said, "No eye at all is better than an evil eye, dark master." But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he liked. To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance, was what the knowing ones call nuts to Scrooge. I chose this passage because I believe that the beginning of a book is the most important part of a book. It is those first couple of pages where the author gets a chance to get the reader's attention. From reading the first paragraph, you really get to know that Scrooge has this very cold and untouchable personality. The author achieves this by showing that no kind of weather can touch him, or can touch him mentally, and no kind of temperature can touch him. Scrooge is Scrooge, and he can't be changed by the temperature nor the weather. As seen in the excerpt, that the heaviest rain and snow and hail and sleet could boast of the advantage over him in only one respect. When you read the second paragraph, you really get to see how this cold personality implements itself in the society. As you see, it starts off with how people in the street never say that, "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" No, everyone's scared of him. No one wants to talk to him. Not even the beggars, not the children, not a man or woman ever once in all his life inquired the way to such and such a place of Scrooge. And even the blind men's dogs appeared to be scared of him. They wag their tails and tell their masters that no eye at all is better than an evil eye, dark master. In the third paragraph of the page and this passage, you see that Scrooge doesn't care. Scrooge likes the fact that everyone in his society is scared of him. Scrooge likes the fact that he's walking around as if he's warning all human sympathy to keep its distance. That's what Scrooge likes. This passage as a whole is an introduction to the story. It's an introduction to Scrooge. It's an introduction to how Scrooge walks around and does things, and how he is seen by others. It's also to show that Scrooge is a very important individual in the society. He's very everyone's scared of him, which makes him like an individual that stands out. This passage as a whole is an introduction to the story. It's an introduction to Scrooge. It's an introduction to how Scrooge walks around and does things, and how he is seen by others. It's also to show that Scrooge is a very important individual in the society. He's very everyone's scared of him, which makes him like an individual that stands out. As a conclusion to this recording, I think it's important to say that this author, Charles Dickens, is very good at giving the text a mood. You really